Welcome everyone, TheDailyWoo here. Today's adventure begins with a leaf blower. Early morning on Tuesday, March 8, 2022. So early, in fact, that the fountain has not been turned on here at the threshold of Market Street. I'm going to be heading onto WDW property, but I'm not going into a theme park. I'm not going to use my AP, not going to pay admission to go in the parks, but there are some experiences that you can do without going to said theme parks. The pontoon boats are back. I have not been on them in a couple of years. In fact, during the closures, they were gone for quite a while. And at the end of 2021, the pontoons are back. So myself, gonna pick up a friend who's staying on property. We're gonna go over there. He has never been on the pontoons. I'm talking too much. Join me. Shall you? Always reminds me of like the sound of Leatherface with the chainsaw, but it's not. But one thing I've never noticed is right here on the Celebration Market Street clock is the girl on the bicycle, right there. Kind of wedged on them. Oh, there she goes on the minute hand. It's been very hot and humid the last couple days and rainy. I heard Hollywood Studios last night had a little bit of a flood down there Hollywood Boulevard. Today it's a little overcast, which I'm not really complaining about because the sun and me don't really get along. And gonna pick up a coffee here. Gonna go inside and get myself a piping hot caffeinated beverage from the solar powered Mickey D's just outside Animal Kingdom. Even got the foliage golden arches over there, made completely out of greenery. All right, Bricky, your channel is Adventures in Design, so give me your design thoughts real quick like on this solar powered Mickey D's.
What makes this McDonald's special is the attention to design, right? All the modern design, better materials, more eco-friendly, but also you take people on vacation out at Walt Disney World and they do something that they normally do at McDonald's, but then that experience is up plus by a more future, more big thought McDonald's. So it takes something that you normally do and it makes it more fun.
Made it over to the Poly, and I have not seen this new deck here has been built since my last time, and a monorail just went by, but there's another one here, one of the 50th anniversary monorails up here on the platform.
Not Fashion Island.
It's still the 50th. Goes on for like a year and a half, I believe.
Yeah.
The 50th anniversary. Oh, I always like this little tiki here in the middle.
I have a question for you. When we turn 50, are we going to celebrate it for 18 months?
I still got about 2.5 years. How long you got?
2.5 years, we're same age.
Now I'm noticing it appears as like as the Bon Voyage goes over to MK, it appears as if the boat rentals, that's not a boat rental, that's one that takes guests over to Magic Kingdom, but now they moved the boat rentals from Poly over to the Grand Floridian. But they used to be at this little station here at the end of this dock right by the Polynesian Resort. I guess they moved them. Just talked to a cast member and they said, in fact, they have move the pontoons over to Grand Floridian.
Being a Disneyland guy, I always thought it was bad that you could see Cinderella's castle outside of the park. But coming out here, I'm full on board with how you could actually see the castle from all the different resorts. Like, it's a beacon of magic, and that just wouldn't work in Anaheim. But here, it's perfect. So that's something that I got wrong.
They are about to cross. And going by there, the two boats. Also, a lot of people do ask, that is not on a track. That is a trackless ferry boat.
Real boat.
It's a real boat. There is no track along. It's not like Jungle Cruise that runs along.
Oh, Jungle Cruise has a track? What? Now you're going to tell me the Mark Twain has one too. Ah, get out of here.
This is the Disney Wedding Pavilion. And for quite a while, they would have the gate open and accessible. You could go in there and kind of look around, but they no longer allow people to do that. But off in the distance, I can see the formation of Tron. That is going to be pretty dang cool when that attraction finally opens. I don't believe they've announced a date yet. And just to let anyone that might not realize, there is a memorial here. I've shown this before. I always like to show it when I'm kind of walking along the perimeter here of the water. To Lane Thomas. Beautiful lighthouse right here along Seven Seas. Now, as the monorail goes by off in the distance, just want to show that here are where the pontoons are now.
Like I said, when you're going to go out of here, you're just going to go, no wait until you go up there. So buoy.
Sure.
Oh, take a look at this little mechanism down here that's kind of spinning around. That's also solar. Solar handled, is solar powered as well. Now, the price of this, $45 per half hour. And then after the first 30 minutes, they prorate. So the way the prorate works is it's $45, and then after that, they will just take whatever time frame it is and kind of divide that. But we're gonna probably stay out for, I don't know, an hour, hour and a half. Who knows? We're just gonna stay out. We have no real game plan, do we?
3-hour tour.
That's 3. Which one's Gilligan and which one's the skipper?
I think we all know the answer. Comment below.
We were just discussing, is this the firework cruise boat? Firework cruise, was it $3.99 that I looked it up?
$3.99 comes with a pilot or a captain.
Yeah.
And 10 people. You could fit 10 people on this.
I would like to do they did a pirate cruise one time, but I would like to do a firework cruise at one time. They say it's the little things.
Yeah.
They say the best things in life are free, Bricky.
Or $45 a half hour.
This is not free, but it's still fun. And you know, if you do the math on it, if we stay out here for, let's say the 2 of us together, that's like, if we stay out here an hour and a half each, that's cheaper than a park admission if you were buying park admission.
Absolutely.
So you got to kind of weigh whichever you find more enjoyable. I like both of them, but just like to do that.
Variety's the spice of life.
Yeah. Got the little floating buoy style on the keys. Is that as fast as it goes? Probably the top speed, right?
I wouldn't go much faster in here because we got, but when we get around to the other
It's
side,
a no wake zone.
we get to Bay Lake Lagoon.
And we are going to see a lot of monorails throughout the course of the day. There's one going by there now. It's always a good way to spend the day. I did not know this going into today, but Bricky is quite the connoisseur of boats. He says he rents them all the time back in SoCal when he's home.
Do my Christmas cruise every year with all my buds.
But you've never done a cruise on 7 seas.
No, I've always been mono sea. This is my first time ever going 7.
Mono sea. Got those little buoys over there too, so I'm not supposed to go past those buoys. There's a buoy right there. Let's stay on this side of the buoy. You are an expert driver. I am impressed. There's the wedding pavilion.
That is beautiful.
Oh, if this doesn't wake you up. Getting a little bounce in right now. Feel like I'm on the Winnie the Pooh. Wait, which Winnie the Pooh has the bouncing? It was around the same time frame. I don't know if anything from the wave machine really still exists that you could see from the shore without getting on the island, which we're not allowed to do. But that rockwork theming there is definitely probably from that same time frame. So I always just assume that that is left over from the wave machine area. If there wasn't as much foliage on the island, you'd probably see some small buildings on there. And you just pictured Chapek out here?
Water skiing.
Water skiing.
JD driving the boat.
Who's JD?
Josh Tomorrow.
Josh Tomorrow.
Just having a good time. Executive style.
A youthful Chapek out here surfing the waves on 7 seas.
Yeah. With the white sunscreen on his nose.
They're really promoting that fishing. That's that technique fishing there.
Oh yeah, they're upselling that.
I also have to mention, we just did a video the other day talking about Roy. You know, when Roy did his opening day speech, Roy came out here on a boat. Probably wasn't a pontoon, it was a boat similar to the Bon Voyage. And was out on the 7 seas. In order to give honor to his brother Walt, who had passed on, Roy did not want to be in the park after that speech to have all the attention on him, so he left the park and was out here on the 7 seas. Oh, there we go. not only the monorail, we might get a little choppy action on the water from that boat kind of speeding by there. There are a lot of people inside the park today too. A lot more elbow room out here on the Seven Seas. Have slowed the boat down just a little bit because we have to wait for the guests that are now approaching from TTC over to MK. Got the buoys. Ah, that's beautiful right there. Oh, you can hear it almost echoing off the water. That is so cool. Look how many freaking people are on that thing.
It is loaded.
Holy cow. That thing is packed to the brim. There is no standing room left on that thing. Holy cow. Think they'd see us waving from here?
Try.
No one's waving back.
They hate our freedom.
Give it the horn, Bricky. See if anyone waves. Someone wave. Up, they're waving.
They're waving.
Nice. Have fun in there. Right now, someone is asking their parents, how do we get on that boat?
That reveal.
Seeing the reveal?
That reveal.
Look at that. The reveal. A thing of beauty. Hundreds of times I have taken the boat across from TTC. Not this pontoon, but the boat you see in front of us. There's just something extra special. Not special enough, but something extra special about just doing it in the privacy of your own little pontoon. On a scale of 1 to 10, how's your day going?
I'm gonna go about 20.
A 20?
Yeah. It's unbelievable, man. People always ask, if you had a job at Disney, what would you want to do? And I always said, I'd love to drive the Mark Twain. And out here, being the ferry boat pilot would be amazing. Captain, this is just unreal, man. I mean, look at it.
Space Mountain! About to go over the water bridge now. Have you ever been over a water bridge before?
No, I've been under, but not over.
You've been under it, but never over the water bridge. I should probably move my camera because that's scaring me.
This reminds me of one of my favorite Disney songs.
Now, if you look closely, you can see traffic right over there coming out from underneath the bridge, and this does say slow, use idle speed. But this is the water bridge. Go very slow, you don't want to create too much weight, because probably what will happen is this will splash over onto the road. Up, look at this. Beautiful monorail going by from this end. That's on the other side of the track up there. Oh, there we go. Here's the good view. The bus is going underneath. Give him a honk. That is so awesome. Speaking of design, that's an adventure in design.
We're living it. We're living it. This is unbelievable, man.
There's a boat following us too. Look at this. Oh, we got a boat crossing over here too. Yes. Got a boat behind us. Oh, are they gonna do a shave and a haircut? We got a boat behind us. We're in the middle. A boat here. Ahoy! Ahoy, Cap. That's the Mermaid 1 right there. That is awesome. Gonna get a little bounce. Gonna get a little bouncy. Is monorail going over our heads? Oh, so good. Perfection right now is if a monorail just rolled out of the, rolled out of the Contemporary.
Blue's in there right now. It's going to be popping out.
You're calling it?
Yeah, I saw it go in.
Oh, Blue's in there, you said. Oh, this is so cool. I haven't even taken the wheel yet. You're just enjoying driving.
I love it. The motorboats.
I think we may have just created a new habit for you. Every time you're at a WDW.
But I'm going to come in a captain suit next time.
Look at that.
That's beautiful.
That is.
I mean, if you love the idea of Walt Disney World and what it represents outside of the attractions, this is one of the best experiences you can have. Just to really take in how big the footprint is.
All right, there's someone out for the fishing cruise. Another reveal of Space Mountain over there. Contemporary and Bay Lake Tower, side by side. Now slowly making our way up to the old docks of River Country, the abandoned water park, first water park at Walt Disney World. Closed for many reasons, because part of it was chlorinated, but then also part of the attractions ran off of Bay Lake water. But you don't really see that too much anymore. I have a little bit of a history with River Country. Not to dive into too many details, but there's the dock over there. There's got a bird kind of wading in the water, remembering the Disney history. Now at the last D23 that happened, which has been a few years ago, they made a big announcement about a new DVC hotel that was going to be opening right here. And of course, during the closures of 2020, that has been scrapped. They tore down most of where River Country was. I don't know if there's any relics up in there. And they started putting some concrete pylons and whatnot in there. And those are still sitting there, but the entire new DVC area is not happening, or at least has been put on hold. There was going to be a whole DVC hotel right here. All I really see is some concrete and a berm. They've kind of pushed all the dirt and sod up into a berm over there. So the fun story about the shoe tree, all the boat captains, this is hearsay, so I don't know, I've never completely confirmed this, but all the boat captains, cast members that work out here, when they would either retire or begin, can't remember which it is, but they are allowed to go out here, run parallel to the shoe tree, and then throw their cast member shoes up in the tree.
Oh, wow.
So what you're seeing in the tree are cast member shoes from boat captains who have retired or started. I'm gonna probably say retired. I would guess that makes more sense. And that is something you cannot see unless you do a boat tour. Ah, this is a moment you don't see too often. One of the TTC ferry boats is being put away way back over here at Bay Lake. That is going through the little secret tunnel that goes around backstage. Very, very rarely do you see one of the TTC boats out of Seven Seas Lagoon and over at Bay Lake, but that is what is happening right now off in the distance. Take a look at that. That's pretty cool. That's a rarity. You don't see that too often. Might have discovered something that I personally have never noticed before. Way over here on the outskirts of Bay Lake, there appears to be an abandoned cabin at Fort Wilderness. tucked away over there in the foliage. It is. That is a true relic right there. Wow. What do you think that was? A cabin?
It looks like it might have been some sort of like checkpoint or some sort of utility type.
A utility, something for Fort Wilderness?
Yeah. Or like maybe that was an area where you like checked in to some experience.
Like a registration?
Yeah, because I don't.
Why has that not been torn down? That is amazing. Wow. I don't know. I got really excited about this.
That's cool.
See the shingles over there and everything, and the little porch and the back window. Oh, we got a tag along. Bird right up there. Hello, bird. Right up top, and another. Oh, hello, bird. I see you up there, bird. I see your feathers, and there was another bird. That is so. You got that bird, and then whoop, going over to Space Mountain. Space Mountain. They must have a lightning lane, Rez.
Yeah.
Lightning lane.
Go.
What do you think of lightning lane, bird?
You want to do the standby with us?
Okay, I'm not allowed to film while I'm driving. I think if it's in park and neutral, maybe, but while you're behind the wheel, you have to have this wrist strap on. And then I got the little co-pilot up here too, this bird. Yes! Also, they give you this wristband to let you know that you've rented the boat. I don't know how else you get on one of these boats without the wristband, but they gave you the wristband anyway. We're over to Discovery Island, which is right over here. The old Discovery Island. And notice there, a little relic of Discovery Island. That's one of the old docks. That is so cool that stuff exists still on Discovery Island. There's worse ways to spend a day. Giving it some gas, Captain. I'm also very thankful for that. Both my hands, but I got this thing strapped on here.
The boating shackle.
The boating shackle. There goes
The
monorail. Yes. Giving it a honk. Approaching from behind too.
Yeah.
We're about to switch off. Brookie's going to get behind the wheel again. I just wanted to show right here. It's pretty much the money shot right here. You got the castle. They just did a little pyro happen. I missed that. But train station, boats pulling in, might get a monorail going by. You can just idle right here. Perfectly acceptable to just idle right in front of the castle.
I have to say, this is one of the best views that a Disney fan could ever get of a Disney park. This
so
is
close
phenomenal.
Without being in there.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, this shot. Adam,
that's the train station right there.
Thanks for planning this today, man. This is amazing.
I would imagine most of the rides and attractions in there are probably an hour or more. If you don't have lightning lane. Wait time to rent one of these boats was about 20 seconds.
Took longer to write out the paperwork than it did to wait in line.
I mean, I like being in the park, don't get me wrong. But I like this too. Definitely a different experience. I just never tire of seeing a monorail. I think that's pretty much, most people realize that by now though. Now from here, there's one other thing I want to point out. Right over at this little channel, there's a bridge off in the distance. I'm going to show where that is. That's where the parade floats, the water pageant floats, pull out every evening. I'll show that little bridge over here. Whoa, we're getting some wake. Getting some wake. That was a little over a year, gosh, maybe a year and a half, give or take, maybe even 2 years when they built the walkway that runs from Grand Floridian over to Magic Kingdom that's over there. And this bridge, whenever they bring the floats out, turns, kind of shifts to one side so the floats can go beside it. And if you look really closely back there, you can see the water pageant floats waiting for tonight's performance after nightfall rears its head. We're ending this Seven Seas Bay Lake adventure with the monorail going by. I think I'm going to do the outro right here. That's going to do it for today. From me and Bricky, Adventures in Design. It's his YouTube channel. Check out his stuff. It was a heck of a day.
Thanks, man.
We did it.
Thanks for putting this together.
I'll see you in the next video. The vlog
is over.
Nailed it. Pulling back into the station. I just want to add in, I would highly recommend doing this. If you have the funds and you have enough people to fill up a pontoon, do the math on it. It's a good experience. Oh, and one last one, just for good measure. Just for good measure. I just can't stop. I just can't stop showing these. And it didn't rain on us. I'm surprised.
The monorail was booking.
That was us out there. Well, not in the fast speedboat, but the pontoon. That was us.
When we were kings.
When we were kings?
Yeah, now we're just guys walking around. We had it all just an hour ago.
We had it all!